Hey everybody, welcome back out to the range. Today we probably have a quick video. We're going to be taking another look at 300 Blackout, some changes that I made to my setup with my Daniel Defense. Let's get going. Alright, so we're just taking another look at what I have set up on the rifle right now. I am shifting from my Dead Air Wolfman can to this Huxwrx 762 HD can, which is a flow-through technology. Again, this is a 10.5 inch Daniel Defense. Did manage to get an Eotech up on top. I still have the old Holosun HMX 3X magnifier on top. We're going to be shooting some different rounds. I've got some 208 grain that I'm pretty interested in as a self-defense round from AAC. I do need to test it in gel. I do not have the gel out today, so that'll have to be a future video. I want to compare it to the 210. To the 220 and then also to the 110. We're going to be at 50 yards just taking some shots and seeing how the rifle functions with this new can on it. And yeah, so let's get to shooting. All right, well, let's see where we get with this rifle. All right, so got a little bit of back pressure, but I've had a lot of oil in there. Not oil, I had a lot of grease on there, gun oil. I can't tell if I'm hitting anything or not. Okay, I think I'm up and left is what's going on. So definitely want to correct some of that. All right, well, let's shoot. I think we have it sighted in. Let's shoot some. I'm getting tons less gas. I think the ejection pattern is improved for this can, so really happy with all the things that are happening with this thing. All right, so that's that 208 grain. Let's just see for comparison where our point of impact, point of aim, point of impact shifts when we shoot the 110 grain AMAX at 50 yards. So same type of bullet. One's 208 grains, one's 110 grains. One's subsonic, one's supersonic. You'll hear the crack difference. So will I. Didn't feed right. Don't know why that didn't happen. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. We'll have to show that in a second. All right, let's get the other ones. I don't know why that's happening. That's why you test, though. All right, those seem to feed. This round is done for. Look what happened on the charging handle. Look at that. Mashed it, poked a hole in it. So it did on the charging handle. That round's dead. Again, what we saw was pretty significant shift in upwards. We saw a shift go from almost dead on, a little bit to the right, to not much more left-right, but about 1, 2, 3, at least 3.5 inches up. So interesting. All right, now let's fire this 220 grain, see what it does. Do 5 shots with it. All right, that also dropped just a little bit more. All right, well, let's go down range and just talk a little bit of a wrap up. Definitely probably need to shoot a little bit more of these 110 grains to see what's going on with that. I also just want to end with shooting these 208 grains up on some targets a little bit closer too. So let's do that. All right, so this is where I was shooting. This was the 208 grain AMAX from AAC bullet. It was aiming here, shooting just a little bit left, it looks like. But nice little group at 50 yards, so 1 to 2 MOA type shooter. Then, when I moved to the 110 grain, the point of aim was down here. Point of impact is up here. So those 5 shots were the ones. Again, not bad, a little more beyond 2 MOA. But looking at where I was aiming, we had about the same this, but we moved up 1, 2, 3, 3.5 inches of point of aim, point of impact shift compared to the 208 grain. And then when we look over here at our 220 grain, didn't shoot really well. I was aiming right here and it was down. Again, probably on average 1 inch, 1.5 inches at that range. So interesting, just something to keep in mind, just something to note when you're doing this. Next up, we're just going to test shooting at more home defense type ranges, 10 to 12 yards. We'll see what happens when I have a grab bag of ammo. Okay, we're back at about 10, 12 yards, and we're going to be just taking a look at when I load up 110 grain, then 220, then 208, how we do at quote-unquote self-defense distances. Again, shouldn't really matter, but we'll probably see how it takes me just a little bit of time to get sighted in. I'll probably do some adjustments as I'm shooting. All right, well, what we saw is that at these home defense distances, doesn't really make a difference. You got to remember height over bore. I use the bottom of the outer ring to aim, and you're able to do okay. Let me know what you think about these different rounds. This AAC 220 grain, it's their performance line. The AMAX 208 grain, I'm liking that. And then the 110 grain. And I like that mishmash of rounds. Let me know what you guys think. Please put it in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And everybody have a great time at the range and get out there and get practice. Take care.